Welcome guys, it is the AxeMan here. We are back on Oxford Evolved with another top list. So today we're going to be looking at the top 7 forgotten creatures. So this game has been out for a fair few years now. It's had players come and go, or players stick around and put tens of thousands of hours in this game. But because there's so many creatures and different DLCs, some creatures are forgotten, and maybe because they're rare or because you see them so often and you just kind of don't need them or something. So we're going to go through the list of this. So let me know in the comment section if you were like, oh, like damn, yeah, I completely forgot that creature existed, or if you're like, I've seen them all, I know every single creature, I'm the boss at Ark or whatever. Let me know in the comments down below. So if you do enjoy it, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to ring that bell, enable notifications so you won't miss another video like this, and let's just jump into it. Alright, so kicking us off in number 7 is the Hesperornis, the duck. It pretty much that's what it is. So the reason a lot of us forget about this is it's not really useful at all. There's only one benefit of having it, and that's it lays a golden egg, but you can just follow around it in the wild and it will lay one. The golden egg gives you a experience boost. Gives you, I think it's like, if you feed it to a small creature, it's like 500% more or something crazy like that. With bigger creatures, it's only like 100%, even maybe less. Not 100% sure on how much it gives you. But apart from that, you may just need one for kibble. That's about it. There's no real reason to get this thing. And the other reason we forget about it is it's tiny. It's really small, it's an uncommon spawn, and the spawn points are just rivers. It could be anywhere on the map in a river. That's how you've got to find it. And again, they're small, they kind of like float on top of the water, so even if you're flying, you're probably never going to see it. If you're walking around, you may catch a glimpse of it, but yeah, the reason we forget about it, it's not that useful. It's just really not, and I wouldn't even recommend taming it because they're a pain to tame as well. You have to like feed them, you have to kill a fish, drag a fish to it, feed it, try not to get spotted. You have to like make a trap for it and stuff. It's just, it's a pain, it really is. Alright, so in at number 6 is the Archer. I'm not going to say the full name because I used its name last time in one of these videos and everyone just ridiculed me, saying, no, this is how you say it, so we're just going to call it the Archer for now. So this bird, it's rare because it lives up in the tree for the majority of the time anyway. So it lives in the redwoods, which is a horrible place to go. As we all know, with the filers jumping down, the terror birds there, palovias, there's a lot of dangerous stuff in the redwoods. So this guy lives up in the trees. You may see him flying up and down. They look a bit glitchy sometimes, flying up and down. You can knock them out quite quickly, and then you have to feed them chitin, which is a really weird thing to feed them, and it tames pretty quick. You can then use this as a parachute sort of glider creature, which is pretty cool. It looks a bit ridiculous. You're like holding on to this tiny little chicken looking thing by his ankles as you glide down into the mouth of a T-Rex or something. It's pretty crazy, but yeah, we forget about this because they're not really that useful. I still think, there was a discussion about this on one of the videos, I still think a parachute's better because you can carry a bunch of them, and this guy you'd have to carry around with you all the time, and it's a pain. In my opinion anyway, I don't know what you lot think. But yeah, like I said, we just forget about this because it's up in the trees normally. Even on Scorched Earth, there's not many of them. They're, again, just circling around trees and stuff. You just probably walk past them and not even care about them. Alright, so in at number 5, we're going to go for the Diprocolus, I believe that's how we're saying it. The amphibian, fishy, frog-looking thing with the massive, huge smile. So these live in the swamps. They kind of look, I kind of like the way they look, but the only reason to get one of these is to breathe underwater. So you'd try and get these if you want to go in the water before you get scuba tanks, which are quite high levels stuff. But you have to go into the swamp to get them, which is a bit of a pain because the swamp's not a nice place either. You can probably fly in, pick one out of the water and take it back to base and tame it that way. That's probably the easiest way. But the reason we forget this is, like I say, it's the only use for it is to swim in the water. You can get off it and suck air out of it to get your oxygen. That sounds really weird when you think about it. You pretty much do mouth to mouth and snog this slimy looking creature to get oxygen. It's really weird. But yeah, they're kind of uncommon. I'd say in between uncommon and common spawns. They don't put up a fight, they don't attack you, they just kind of swim around and mind their own business, so there's no real need for you to worry about them, and that's the reason we forget about it, because it doesn't really do it in the wild to scare you. The reason you get one is, like I said, just to breathe, unless you want to kiss a fish. So in number 4, we've got the Lamprey. Now, this is actually the least tamed creature in Ark. So this is the creature that people just don't tame, and that is because, not because we all forget about it. I mean, a lot of us don't even know it exists because people don't talk about it. It's because it's not that good. You have to go down in the water. These are very, very rare spawns. There may be just the one, maybe 2 on the map, depends what map you're playing on. You have to feed it, passively feed it honey, and then you keep it for half hour. 30 minutes you have this creature for, and then it vanishes. It does this little thing and then it vanishes in the air. The only reason you get this is to get better loot. So it has this mystical skin oil or something, and it means when you open a crate underwater, then you have a better chance of getting some high-end stuff. Does it seem worth it? Not really. When there's a lot of stronger creatures in that water that will probably kill you, they're worth taming and stuff. So the reason we forget about this creature is because no one talks about it, because no one wants it. It's just not good. There's just really no need to tame it. It's the risk of getting it and getting killed by creatures is not worth the better loot. It really isn't. So that's why no one talks about it, no one cares about it. That's why it's the least tamed creature in Ark, and that's why we'll forget about it. So in at number 3, we're gonna go for the sea scorpion. I don't know how to pronounce its real name. It's up there, you can pronounce it or tell me how to pronounce it and stuff. So depending on what map you play, it kind of got different rarities. So if you're on Ragnarok, it seems pretty, like when I played it, it seems pretty common / uncommon, but on the island it seems very rare. On Crystal Isles it seems pretty rare as well. This lives at the bottom of the ocean the majority of the time, and they trank you out pretty quickly, but you can get black pearls from them and stuff, but you can't tame them. I wish you could, that'd be pretty awesome. You can't tame them, they're a bit of a nuisance, and the reason that we forget about them is because not many of us go right down to the bottom of the ocean unless you're going for your deep sea loot crates. That not everyone does. A lot of people don't get to that part in Ark before they like quit, they get bored, they just don't want to go in the water, because the water in Ark is a horrible place. Like, I hate it. I think it's so hostile down there. Like, as soon as you enter the water with your little toe, piranhas are there, leeches are there, sharks are there, mantas are there, and the further down you go, jellyfish, eels, these scorpions. It is just a horrible, horrible place. So a lot of people like me avoid even going into the water in the first place. But yeah, if you ever do come into contact with these, you will be like, oh yeah, damn, sea scorpions. I forgot these guys were knocking about down there and stuff, and I feel like that's why it's on this list right now. Alright, so in number 2, we're going to go for the Lamprey. Now, this creature is only on Aberration. It's kind of the leech of Aberration. Now, this guy's actually, they're not that rare, but people just don't notice them as much because there's no need really, again, to go into the water, that is, in Aberration, because there's not much. I mean, there's no ocean, there's little like pools of water. There's no real need to go in there unless you're fishing and stuff. But these guys, like I said, they're like the leech. They'll latch onto you, and they actually, I didn't even know this until recently, they actually give you some benefits. So if they latch onto you, they drain, if you've got full health, you'll be absolutely fine. They will drain your health very slowly, but after 10 minutes they'll fall off, which is pretty cool. But they give you light. So if you have no light pet and you want to go down, you know, explore in the darkness, and you don't want what they're called nameless jumping out at you, have one of these on. That will get rid of the nameless. You've got a light pet. Obviously you can't switch it off because they're wild and they'll just be stuck on you, so they will attract seekers. Just be aware of that. But also, as soon as they are stuck onto you, you don't get the radiation. So they protect against radiation, like again, for 10 minutes again. So if you want to go down in the radiation zone, tame whatever, get whatever you want, and you don't have the hazmat suit stuff yet, then you can kind of use yourself as bait, go into the lakes, try and see if you can find them. They're normally like lit up and stuff, and yeah, they'll latch onto you. You got radiation protection and stuff, which is pretty cool. You can tame these of sorts. If you use a fish basket, you can tame one, but because they lack intelligence, as they say, you can't really do much with them. If you make them attack a player, they'll just stay latched onto that player until they like die and fall off, which is pretty sucky. But I suppose if you, they have a light on them and they go down and get seekers, you could kill them that way, which is weird. But yeah, I just feel like a lot of us forget about this creature because it's so just meh. We don't care if we'll just see them, we'll just kill them. We don't even think about what they could do. They're not even a pain, they're not even a nuisance, they're just there to be killed. I've never really gone into the one going, oh no, Lampreys, run away. It's just been, kill them, move on, and we don't even think about it. I feel like that's why this creature is just kind of completely forgotten. If I told you to get a list of creatures, this would be on no one's. It really wouldn't. Right, so in at number 1, the most forgotten creature in the game is the Ammonite. Is that what say that? The Ammonite? It's the little creature in the shell with the tentacles. They're pretty rare. The only time they're actually quite common is in one of the sea caves, the deep sea cave on the island. Apart from that, they're quite spaced out. You'll struggle to find them out in the ocean. They're normally on the kind of the ocean floor in a couple of packs, but you can't tame them. They don't really do much other than they have ingredients for the Ammonite bio, which you can use to attract wild. You can shoot them and attract wild creatures and stuff. There's no real need for it unless you kind of maybe in PvP if you really wanted to get someone attacked by loads of animals. Even though if you've got a shot, you might as well just kill them. Just shoot them in the head, kill them. But yeah, if you do seize the wild and you attack them, they're going to release something into the water, which attracts all wild creatures, all passive wild creatures. They will come and attack you for a whole minute. So if you are harvesting these and you've gone out looking for them, do be careful because one bite on them and then you've gonna have everything in that ocean after you for a whole minute. So make sure you kill some wild creatures around before you go and doing this. But I just feel like a lot of us forget about these creatures because, again, we don't all go into the water that often because it's a horrible place. Those who do, you're only really going to see them in the cave unless you'll swim around the whole island of the map. You may see a couple of them. I remember seeing these last year and just being like, I had no idea these were even in the game. That's because they've never been bigged up. No one ever speaks about them. No one says, oh, I'm going to go and harvest these guys. Do you want to come join me? I've never heard anyone say that ever. Even when they got released, it was like, oh, they look really cool. And then never spoke about it again. But yeah, I remember seeing them like, oh shit, these are in the game. I completely forgot about this. And I feel like a lot of people would do the same if they went into the water and they'd be like, damn, I forgot this guy was here and stuff. I feel like that's why this is the most forgotten creature, just because it doesn't really have much use. Can't tame it. As soon as there's a creature you can't tame, you kind of put it to the back of your mind because you can't get it. But yeah, there we go. That is number 1, the most forgotten creature, the Ammonite. Alright, well there we go, the top 7 forgotten creatures in Ark. Now I was going to go ahead and throw in a bonus creature. We'll talk about that. Why the hell not? The turkey. Can you remember the turkey? It was used for I think it was the Thanksgiving event, and then I think it came around in another event, maybe the Halloween one. I can't 100% remember. But this creature is actually in the game, and I played a modded map the other day, and I seen it on there. I was like, oh my god, I forgot the Ark had a turkey. That was the weirdest thing. What they called super turkeys, and they're aggressive and they attack you and stuff. That, if that was still in the game, that would be one of the creatures we all forgot about. I was going to add it, but I thought it's a special event creature. We'll leave it out. We'll have it as a little bonus one at the end here and stuff, so you can all have a look at the the amazing turkey that was, for some reason, in this game. So, yeah, there we go. That was the top 7 forgotten creatures. So let me know in the comment section down below if you agreed with me, if, even just a few of these you were ah, damn, I forgot this was in the game. That's the reaction we're looking for. Oh my god, I forgot this guy lived in Ark and stuff. So yeah, let me know. Or if you're putting in thousands upon thousands of hours in Ark and you're just look, I've seen every creature all the time. I know every single creature off by heart. I could list them all right now. Again, let me know and stuff. And if you did enjoy it, found it helpful or whatever, don't forget to smash thumbs up button, don't forget to subscribe as well, and why not go and ring the bell, enable notifications and stuff, because then you won't miss another video, and that'd be pretty cool. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you soon.